Hello, my friends. What day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday, my friends. Of course it's Thursday. It's Thursday Throwdown. So today, I actually have a card I've already designed, but I wanted to share with you. So it's not technically a Thursday Throwdown. It's a Thursday Recreate. But I am kind of switching it up a little bit from the original project I did. So there's a little bit of stamping on the fly here. So go ahead and let me know if you're watching live. My name is Jen Pittebuck and I'm on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I love to share projects with you every Thursday. So thanks so much for joining me here. We meet every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, or most every Thursday, as long as I'm not traveling or doing something of the sort. We meet here and we do a little crafting together for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. It's usually not long. So hopefully you can hang out with me for a few minutes and we'll do a little crafting together. And then I love that you guys craft too and copy these projects. So be sure to share them with me when you recreate them. And if you'd like to get the PDF tutorial for my Thursday Throwdown projects, make sure you join my email list. The link is in the description and I will send those out every Tuesday. So we do Thursday Throwdown on Thursday and then the following Tuesday I send you the PDF tutorial for free just for being on my email list. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch this around. My room is still chaos. Nothing changes, or very few things change. Let me just make sure we're kind of centered. Looks like it. All right, working on a couple of different projects at the moment, but today I wanted to show you how to do this cute little fun fold. So this is the one I created originally, and this was not my idea, you guys. I actually did a Google search and found this fun fold, and to be 100% honest, I don't remember whose it was originally or even where I got it. So I'll have to go back and look for it so I can send you the information of who actually designed this. She used a different design, like different paper, different stamps, different things. Hers wasn't even a holiday card. It was actually birthday, I believe, and I turned it into holiday because it is that time of year, and I do a lot of gift cards for the holiday season, so I always like to stock up on these as I go through the next couple of months so that when Christmas comes, which is what I celebrate, I will have these ready to go for like my niece and my nephews and the grandkids, the kids, etc. So you can see this has a little pocket right here where you can slip your gift card, and then I have a little sentiment where you can actually sign as well. So it's just kind of a really cute and simple little pocket gift card. So let's go ahead and get started. We are starting, first things first, with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of cardstock. So this is basically just the front panel of a card, and so we're going to start with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of coordinating cardstock. I'm actually using, or pattern paper, I kind of like this one. Maybe I'll use this one. I'm using the Garden Walk 6 by 6 designer series paper. Hey Deb, I'm glad you could join me too. So this is designer series paper from the mini catalog that we have currently in the holiday mini. I love this one because it's not necessarily Christmas. You can see there's lots of fun florals and stripes and prints, but there's also some in here, like I feel like this one has a Christmassy vibe. I also feel like there's another one in here, like that just looks Christmassy a little bit too. So I feel like you can use some, even that one has a little bit of a Christmas vibe to it. So I feel like you could use them for lots of different occasions. So hi Patty. All right, so this, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to attach this down, and I am going to use this fun floral side. So even though I am going to try and make this more of a holiday card, I think this will be a good one for my niece. So actually, I could probably, although I already did a lot of the work for some of this because there's coloring involved. So otherwise I was going to say I could make it for a housewarming thing because she just bought a house, so that's super exciting. All right, so I'm going to take just a piece of scrap white now. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and create the rest of this mechanism. So the next piece is actually a 9 3/4 by 4 1/2. Yeah, 9 3/4 by 4 1/2, and we're going to take it on the long side. So this is the long side versus this is the short side. So I'm going to take on the long side, and I am going to score at 3 1/4. You guys, this is so easy. You'll be able to make a ton of these. And then 6 1/2. So I'm gonna open up my arm here and we're gonna go to 6 1/2, which is right there. And we'll score that as well. Okay, so then we're just gonna do a classic Z fold. So this part's gonna be the part that's flat on your base. So we'll fold this one down. It's good to have a good bone folder here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this down, and somehow this got a little off. So I'm gonna fix it. All right, and then we're gonna fold this one back. So this is a Z fold, and this is why, because if you open it, see, it looks like a Z. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and I'm just gonna go ahead, give good crease to these, and then we can go ahead and attach the bottom of this to the front of the card. And I apologize, when I move the paper around, the camera kind of focuses and unfocuses, and that makes me a little dizzy, so I'm apologizing if it makes you dizzy too, but there's not really too much I can do about it. All right, so there's that. I do have a brand new phone, you guys, sitting at home. Nate and I went to Verizon because we actually, I've had Verizon for years and years and years, and we actually decided to pull him onto my account, and just for savings purposes. And we went, and I was just kind of going to like check things out. I guess I'm not an impulse buyer usually, but I just sort of, hold on, I'm going to report something right here. Okay. So I just went to kind of go look around, and Nate was like, let's do this. So I got a brand new phone, needless to say, and I haven't even opened it because I'm like paranoid about switching everything over and making sure I don't lose anything. And so, yeah, so that's my deal right now. So I'm just afraid, it might be good though. It might be, maybe if the new phone won't do that zooming in and out, who knows. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink up this cute little guy. I didn't even show you what stamp set I'm using. I'm using the Festive and Fun one. Again, this is the same one I used last week for this cutie. I love this one. I think it came out so cute, even though I kind of made it on the fly. But yeah, so we're using that one. Hi, Linda. And I'm gonna use the moose this time. And we're gonna just stamp him in Memento Black on the white. And the reason why we want to use Memento Black is because I'm using primarily the Stampin' Blends markers, which are our alcohol-based markers. So alcohol-based, you want to go with water-based ink, so that's what we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of things. First, I'm going to also stamp the sentiment on I stamped the sentiment on Wild Wheat, which is this fun color here. And just to make things go a little bit faster, I'm not going to color this whole thing. I did use the Wild Wheat Crumb Cake Poppy Parade and Garden Green for coloring, and I already colored it. I stamped my sentiment and fussy cut it just to kind of make it go a little bit faster. Like I said, I'm doing it a little bit different than the one I had here, right? I just felt like I wanted to play a little bit. So I almost think like I might do it this way too. Just kind of, I'm switching all the things, you guys. So I have this, but I wanted a little background here, a little texture. So hi Susan, hi Linda, hi Carrie. So I actually took a piece of the red. So this panel is 3 by 4 1/4, and then I embossed it with one of the basics embossing folders. These are the ones in the online store only. I love them. It's the polka dot, this crosshatch, and then the starfishy kind of one, and those are my absolute favorites right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some white twine. We're using the Essentials Basic what is it called? The Essentials Basic Baker's Twine Pack, something to that effect. All right, and I'm gonna actually tie this around this panel. I'm gonna go sideways this time because I'm gonna change the orientation of this one versus the original one that I did. Whoop, it's the boomerang twine. It came right back at me. All right, and I'm gonna go like this. And I'm just gonna tie this in a knot first, and then I am gonna do a bow. And I just like to tie this around the panel first. Well, it would be really hard to tie it around this piece anyway, because it's got the fold there. So you'd have to actually like poke a hole through the fold in order to make that work. So this is just easier. I also like to do it on a panel instead, just because I feel like it makes it look a little better, personally. All right, so now I have that. We have my little bow. I'm just gonna floof it up a little bit. I might actually use a little glue dot to hold that where I want to, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and tape this down. I'm going to use some of the Stampin' Seal Plus, which is a little bit more aggressive in terms of strength than the regular Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to just tape that down. Before I get to, I'm going to move this a little bit, make sure that's straight. Then we'll put that down. And I don't like how this is like hanging below those two, so I am going to use a little glue dot. And we're going to put this in the position I want it in. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool with the pokey tool, the pokey end, that's the technical term. And I'm just going to grab myself a glue dot. And I'm going to actually flop this bow so that it lays on top of the string like that. And I'm going to glue dot it in place. Okay, and then we just need to kind of floof it a little bit. This one looks a little smaller, so let's just do that. And because that was stuck in the glue, it started to fray, but there we go, we fixed it all up. Okay, so now I'm going to trim down the edges here. I do want some long tails, but not quite that long. All right, and then we'll put our little mousse on here with some dimensionals. So I'm gonna grab those. Oops. And I like to do one in each corner and then one in the center, just to prevent any sagging. All right. And we'll stick that here. Oh, I'm a little crooked. Come on. Let's straighten the hat out a little bit. I was too busy paying attention to the bow instead of the position of my panel. All right, so there's that part. And then I need to do an inside greeting. So we have May Your Season Be One That's Festive and Fun. I like this, a little something for you with lots of love from me. It should be from us, but whoever I give it to will know. All right, go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna use this vertically because I want to have that orientation for my card. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stamp that in here. And I typically will stamp my inside greeting just in case, like, see, this kind of came out a little blotchy. Guess what? I can flip that over and do that again. And I'm gonna just test here. All right, looks like I just hit a juicy part of the ink pad, so hopefully second time will be good. There we go. All right, so put that away. We'll go ahead and attach this. I feel like it's a little crooked, but whatever. It's homemade, you guys. It's the character. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach that here in the middle so I have a place to sign my name. Okay, and then we just need a little piece of paper, pattern paper. This one is 2 by 4 1/4. Of course, I designed this pattern to go with this pattern, but now I switched it. So, oh, actually that works too though. See, it kind of pulls out the blue in here. So I'm just going to use the opposite side again. And you can use any size circle punch just to kind of cut the little notch for the gift card to show and for easy access to it. Whoops, I'm kind of crooked. I'm gonna, not crooked, I'm off center, so I'm gonna just kind of make it a little bigger. There we go. So I just used my circle punch to kind of widen it a little bit just so it didn't look so off-centered. It's still a little bit off-centered, but it's fine. I am going to use, instead of using this, because this has a pretty wide tape edge, I'm going to use my liquid glue just because that will have a thinner glue stuff, so a glue edge, so that will mean that there will be more space in here for the card to slip in there, so that, and this glue is still a very secure glue, so I am still very confident that it will hold it. You only want to do 3 sides though. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. And what's really good about this is this pattern doesn't really have a direction either. So now it doesn't matter that I changed the orientation of the card. You'll notice when I did the liquid glue, I kind of left it a little further from the edge, because if you do it right on the very tippity edge, then when you push down on it, it squeezes all the glue out on the side. It does dry clear, so we don't really have to worry about it, but just in case that bothers you. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, you may want to actually cut another piece of white to put on here and then layer this on top of the white. You would just have to change the measurement here to just make it match this one. Actually, it would be the same. So it would just line up exactly with this piece of paper instead of being a 1/4 of an inch difference. So if you wanted it to be a 1/4 of an inch, you just have to cut this paper a little bit smaller. But I think it would work fine with just the white panel too. That way this would be white here and might look a little bit more cohesive. But you know what? They're not going to care, because all they're going to go for is that gift card, right? So there you have a cute little holiday card, gift card, right? So we have that one, and then we have this one. So you can go in either orientation depending on what you're looking for, and it's a great way to use up your scraps because you use those little pieces here. And then again, I was playing with this set last week, so we have this one, and I do have another card that I made with this, but it was what I used for my swap for my team. We do a monthly team swap every month, and this month's theme was anything from the holiday catalog, the new holiday catalog. So I used this stamp set, and I made another card using this one. And once I get all of them, I will do a live and show you all of my swaps from this month. We had a small crew, but we had some really amazing designs, so I think you guys will love to see it. All right, my friends, that is everything. If you'd like to get the PDF tutorial for this gift card holder with all the measurements, all the things, all the products that I used, be sure to click the link in the description of this video above. That will get you on my email list, and then next Tuesday I send out the little instruction sheet for that, just for being on my list. All right, my friends, I am off. I actually have to go work at the tile store tonight, so I'm gonna go home and spend some time with the pup, and then I will be back again next week. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. I hope you get to do some crafting, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks so much. Bye for now.